Hold up, before you get to watching this video, let me talk to you for a second. Hit that bell down below and subscribe to the Fitz Take Podcast YouTube channel so you'll know when every episode is dropping or if something has been posted on this page. Also, be sure to follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. Now back to the episode.
UL is back talking about football. University of Louisiana Ragin Cajuns will be hitting the field this Saturday. They'll be playing against Grambling State to open up the season. Now, UL has been up and down, really just getting over the 500 mark for the past couple of years. But right now they feel like they can actually take over and possibly win the Sun Belt. Fitz, how are you feeling about this team coming into week one of the Cajun schedule?
For those out there that don't know, I know you believe that as media, we're seeing everything about this team. So visually, what we have in terms of access is we're able to see them during individual periods. That's when they're, blocking up against each other, scheming up, but we're not seeing a lot of live action where they're going good on good, ones on ones, twos on twos, and things like that. So in terms of like physically what I've seen of the team, we don't have a perception yet. When we see them against Grambling, that will be our first time really seeing them against some live action. In terms of what we've heard during talking season here in the preseason, conference media days, and also on report days, is that these guys have a ton of confidence. They believe that this is a championship caliber team. And I truly believe that if the pieces come together, if everyone plays their role, if everyone, plays assignment football, if people can stay healthy and all of those things, I do believe that this can be a championship caliber team. But it's always those things that get thrown in there that throw a season off. I mean, you look at last year, Ben was your guy. He gets hurt. Zion comes in. He starts doing amazing. He gets hurt. Like, it was just so many things that derailed that season on top of, guys, missing in certain assignments or plays not being made, missed opportunities to score, all of those things like that. So on paper, coming into this year, I think that this team could really, really do something special. We'll be, looking to see what the season looks like. As far as this game coming up, I mean, the only thing we're going to be trying to see is who going to be QB1. Elijah, who do you think has won that quarterback battle between Chandler Fields and Ben Wooldridge?
It's tough. We all know that Ben started the season very, very well last year. And then, Zion took over. Ben got hurt, Zion took over. Zion got hurt, and Chandler did his due diligence of playing well. So I think that, we just keep the train rolling. I think Chandler would be the guy under center because he did play well in those ball games to finish out the season. No slight to Ben. I think Ben could still go under center, give you the playmakings downfield, medium and short throws, and he also can use his legs to get a couple yards as well. But with Chandler coming back, I think that he's going to get his fair shake with that Cajun offense. I know from my understanding, Desimo named Chandler Fields the starter a few years ago. So I think he'll go back to that term, get him back under the center, you know, and I think the offense will roll with him. Again, it's not a win lose thing because even if Chandler doesn't play well, knock on wood, he still has Ben who can play well and come into the role and throw the football. But I think it will be Chandler coming in to Saturday against Grambling
And
State.
to that very
What
point,
about you?
that's why I believe that this is going to be a two quarterback type of system. 2 years ago when Chandler was, named the starter or he was given the nod to begin with, the way that they did is that Chandler would go 2 series, Ben would go one. I think we might be seeing something very similar to that just because, and at the podium, Dez did say that one guy had a, better fall camp than the other one. But I think that uh, Ben has a lot to prove coming in, hurting himself once again, having another injury. So he has a chip on him on his shoulder right now. So I think he's going to be playing very hungry. But Chandler also has a chip on his shoulder. So it's like, both of these guys are coming in and they're feeling like this should be my opportunity, this should be my chance to shine. I think that both of these guys are going to have opportunities to play quite a bit, obviously against a team like Grambling, quote unquote a less caliber team. You're expecting more guys to get opportunities to play here and there throughout the game. So game one, I don't think it will be true testament of what we'll see throughout the season of a true starter, because I think both guys will play because of the opponent. But with all of that, I think as the season continues to progress, I think there will be spurts where if Ben is the starter, I think Chandler will have moments to be able to get in, and vice versa. So um, it'll be interesting to see, man. Coach Desmo, he told us that it ain't none of our business of who the starter is. He said this is my decision and my decision only. I respect what you're saying, my guy. See how you feeling, but we want to know, man. Because
Yeah,
we
man.
gotta
I mean,
inform the
it's our
masses. We gotta let the public know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But I feel you, Coach. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, and I feel you though. I see what you're saying with the two quarterback system. It's just a question to you. Like, do you feel like that knocks off the rhythm? I mean, we seen an NFL team do that before with the Jets years ago. I mean, and we seen it done with the Broncos years ago as well. But do you feel like that knocks off the rhythm, man?
I think a lot of times it can, because just speaking with players, not just on the Cajuns teams, but like other college players, football players, and things like that. It's as simple as for a center, the quarterback might want the ball snapped closer to his right hand or closer to his left hand, or wants it straight down the middle, or for a receiver, he might throw his spiral a little bit quicker, or he might throw a pass a little bit harder on this out route. And so if you're a receiver and you're running an out, if it's one quarterback that's in there and you turn and it's coming in a little bit hotter at you, it's because you feeling like, oh, well, he throws his out routes a little bit softer, or maybe this comeback looks a little bit different, and all those things like that. I think quarterback is one of those positions that makes it really, really hard to rotate. I think you can do it somewhat on the offensive line. I think also that's a position that gels as one. But I think positions like running back, receiver, and stuff like that, those are interchangeable, just because you always need things to change the pace to keep defenses and offenses off balance when you're changing skill positions like that. But I do think that at times it can throw people off. But obviously, whoever is lined up at quarterback, I know those receivers, that offensive line, I know those guys are truly confident in whoever it is that's going to be under center for them. So it'll be interesting to see, man. Obviously, let's talk about the fact that they're gonna more than likely win that game. What do you believe that score is gonna look like when the Cajuns hit all zeros on the scoreboard at the end of Saturday night?
I think it'll be a 17 to 20 point win for the Cajuns, because I think this team is fairly talented across the board. I think they have a lot of guys that can fill in the depth of this roster. For the receivers, they got some depth. The running back has depth. The offensive line has continuity. The defensive line got continuity. The secondary, like, these guys all know each other. They play well. I mean, they played with each other. We'll see if they play well together week one. But the thing is, these guys know each other, know the tendencies. They figured out the scheme with the new defensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator is the same. So again, I just think that the chemistry will be something that will show week one. Now, again, like we said, they just got to continue on from there. And whether if it's a two quarterback system or one quarterback system, I think whatever happens, I think we'll see what goes on from there. But I think week one, we'll see the chemistry. I know the energy will be there. So I think that's what happened with week one. Now, for you, man, I don't know if you're a gambling man. Are you going to take that plus 17 that I put out?
I,
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey man, like I understand how the betting lines and all this stuff goes. I haven't really dabbled into it all of that much. Maybe I'll give it a try this season. But if I had to guess, what the line will be, I'm gonna say it'll be Cajuns 30. I'm gonna say they're 30-point favorite in this one for sure. If I personally,
30?
I think that the final score will be something like 38-3 or something like that. If the defense comes out playing with their hair on fire, who knows? It could be a shutout. We'll see. But I think the Cajuns offense is going to come out firing on all cylinders. Last year when they played NSU, I think the score was 24-10, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. I have to go back to look to fact check myself, but they came out first drive. Draylon Washington breaks off a 70+ yard touchdown, and we rolling. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are gonna play with their hair on fire. They're gonna play confident. They're gonna believe in their abilities of what they can do, and they're gonna be able to kick off the season strong for sure.
Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.